some people get clout and then they go the opposite direction with the clout. Like, you could have really checked the bag off this.
Let's rock.
Can you ride for me all day without stopping me? Can you take it to the top of me?
Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it is I, your host, the RoyalBaddie, and if you are returning, welcome back. I'm glad to have you. So in today's girl chat, we just gonna be chatting about social media and my thoughts on social media. I don't have no notes, so I'm just going off the top. I feel like in today's generation, everything is about social media, but the people in their 20s don't know how to use social media for what it is for. To literally grow your platform or to make it into a career. Since you already sitting on social media all day, why not get paid from it? I just feel like, excuse this fly, so annoying flying around, but I just feel like they sit on social media and spend all their leisure time on there when you could really be getting paid for it. But I really want to talk about social media and dating, how my generation operates. A group of people catch on to it, now it's a trend, and now everybody, they adapt to that. Their mind starts thinking this way, like this is cool. For example, a lot of dudes that's like my age, they think what I'm gonna take her out for and she ain't giving me nothing. And I just feel like I be trying to tell the dudes that's around me, like, dude, the man is the beast, the woman is the beauty. You're supposed to court the woman, but it caught on like wildfire. A lot of dudes, not all the dudes, but a lot of dudes do think that they don't have to court you, they don't have to show chivalry, they don't have to open a door for you. Something as simple as opening the door for you, you should want to do that as a man, because that's just how men are built. When I see that type of stuff on social media, it makes me want to stay off of there, but this is my job. Social media is like, this is included in my lifestyle. This is what I enjoy doing. But it's certain platforms that make me sad. Like Facebook is one of the main platforms that make me sad. I only have 3 main platforms. I have YouTube, which is one of my main ones. TikTok, which has just become one of my main ones because I'm growing rapidly on TikTok, so that's pretty good. And then I have Instagram. Instagram is a little bit more, like, I would say more concise. Like, if you're trying to grow on there, I guess, I don't know if it happened by luck or you just gotta have a strategy. I don't really know. I haven't figured out Instagram just yet, but I'm still being active on Instagram, way more active than I used to. But that's besides the point. The whole point is that when I get on Facebook, it's just like local people that I grew up around, people that I went to grammar school with, and I see how a lot of people think, like, when you're on Facebook, or at least my side of Facebook, because it's more so local, so it's like it's urban and it's local. So what I be seeing on Facebook is it be funny stuff, but also the lover girl in me is like, oh my god, y'all, please stop. Like, please just take love seriously. But everybody on there, they city girl this, city girl that, F a nigga this, F a nigga that. What I'm taking this girl out on a date for, she ain't doing this and that, da da da, she ain't giving no coochie, da 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 da. If social media go away for like a week, a lot of people would be lost in the sauce. A lot of people wouldn't know what to do with themselves in their free time, or whatever time they spend on social media. They wouldn't know what to do with themselves. They would be forced to think for themselves now. And I also think it will force us to interact more in reality, like in real life, off the cameras, off the apps and stuff, which would be pretty cool, because I feel like it'll give that early 2000s vibe if social media closed down at a certain time every day, or like it went away for a week out of the month or something like that. It'll make us connect with each other. It'll make us be real humans in real life. But on social media, you really can be whoever you want to be. But I just try to be myself, because I don't want to get lost in the sauce. But I have been off social media. I have purposefully made myself stay off of social media, and that stuff is really addicting. It can get addicting real fast. Like, you don't even know how addicted you are until you notice that you're addicted. Social media can be addicting, and that's what it's really made for. So be careful about that, because you don't want to, like, I watched a few videos that said social media releases dopamine, and then once we get that release, it's giving us a high. So once we get that release, we want more and more and more of it. So we get on there more, we do more things to get more likes and more views and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been a part of that also. And everybody that's ever been on social media has been a part of that. You cannot say that you haven't, because that's what it's made for. That's what it does to you. It's a mental thing. I try not to like get too deep into that, and when I do feel myself getting deep into it, I take a break. But also, like, I'm a private person, so I be like weary of posting certain stuff because I don't be wanting people on Facebook thinking they know me when they don't. It's just a lot goes into that. Social media has impacted my generation so much. From the BBLs, I see regular girls. I see regular girls, not regular girls, because all girls, even the girls with BBLs are regular, but I'm saying like, you work a regular job, you're not an Instagram influencer, you could barely afford this BBL, but you got a BBL? Like, I don't want to talk down on nobody. Let me not say that. I see girls getting lip fillers. Now that's a part of their maintenance routine. And don't get me wrong, at one point I did want some lip fillers, but I had to remind myself, like, I'm me, so like this is like, I don't need to go doing that. And then it do seem like once you start that, you get addicted. The girls who do the surgery, it seems like they've gotten addicted. No tea, no shade. It's just like social media really does impact your whole life. Like, even I watch videos on Instagram or anywhere. Like, see, I watch videos impacting my life. But yeah, I've seen videos of serious moments, like tragic moments happen, and they be plastered all over Facebook or Instagram. Instagram barely allow that type of stuff, but it'll be all over Facebook, and like you will run into it without even knowing. But now they're starting to put the censor on it. I would see tragic moments on video, and the person in the video would still have their phone. Rondo, his friend just recently got hurt, and or unalive, I think his friend got unalive, and he was running, but he had his cell phone in his hand. He didn't drop his cell phone. That was like a part of him. And our cell phones are a part of us. 9 times out of 10, you have your cell phone on you. 9 times out of 10, you just checked your cell phone in the last 10 minutes. 9 times out of 10, you was just scrolling on one of these social media apps. If you have an iPhone, at the top left corner, it say what you recently was just on. Like, it could say Facebook in the top corner, Instagram or Safari, and you can click that and go directly back to what you was on. 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure it'll be Facebook up there, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok for me. Facebook too, because lately I've been on Facebook a lot, but I'm getting back into making YouTube videos, so I gotta focus on YouTube and not on Facebook. I gotta focus on creating content and not consuming content. But I just feel like I don't know, social media it's good and it's bad, because it's like, it's good because it can open many doors for us if we know how to use it. Especially in my generation, we young in turn, so if you know how to work social media, you got it. If you get clout, if you know how to clout yourself up, you got it, because that clout is views, and them views equal money, and them views equal sponsorship, equals more people wanting to work with you. You got eyes on you, that means it's eyes on your brand. That means it's eyes on whatever you want them to see. But some people get clout and they don't know what to do with it. Some people get clout and then they go the opposite direction with the cloud. Like, you could have really checked the bag off this, but you know, you moving silly out here. You're moving like a clown. I feel like social media could be good or bad depending on the person, depending on how you use it, depending on how you think of it, and depending on what's your goal with it. Do you have a goal for it, or is it just for fun? Now, everybody don't look at social media as a job. Me, I look at it as I hit the jackpot, because I don't want to do no labor. And me just sitting here talking or me going out on a date or something and filming a get ready with me, or me doing my hair and filming that, that's just what I do normally. So that's not work. That's me enjoying my life the way that I want to enjoy it. Let's go into dating though. I feel like social media has impacted the dating scene, and it depends on the type of guys you choose though. If you're a girl, and if you're a boy, it depends on the type of girls you choose. If you choosing a city girl, you're gonna get that. If you choosing a more leveled, grounded girl, then you're gonna get that. Or if you're choosing a hood dude, you gonna get that. And if you're choosing a more grounded, self-disciplined, career-driven dude, then you gonna get that. I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I'm dealing with the boys that they don't think they supposed to take a girl on a date. They think like, you ain't giving me nothing, so what I'm gonna take you on a date for? I even had to tell a boy one time to open the door for me. Like, what are you doing? Get out the car and open the door. And he like, you want me to get out the car? I'm like, yes, get out the car and open the door. He said he had never did that before, and he have like a lot of kids, and I don't understand how you never opened the door before for someone and you have kids. Like, how did that, do y'all catch my drift? I'm saying, how you ain't never romanced somebody but you got all these kids? But that's neither here nor there. I didn't continue dealing with him. But yeah, I've dealt with boys that like, they're teachable. Some of them are teachable, but also I've dealt with guys that's like more career driven, more focused on something in life, that don't have no kids, dudes that have a career or that's working towards something. You know, social media impacts you at this age you are now, but also your upbringing, it leads you to whatever is going to impact you on social media, if that makes sense. That makes sense, because I got my glasses on. That definitely makes sense. I talked to this boy, like he the bro, and he was telling me like his thoughts about girls and stuff, and I could see how he think about women because of the stuff that he shared on social media. He was like, yeah, these girls gonna go, so what I'm taking them on a date for? When this girl ain't gonna ask for a date, what I'm gonna take you on a date for? I'm gonna just go find a girl, da, 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 da. And then he like, basically they gonna fall in line. And everything that he shared on Facebook, it shows you who he is. But I just feel like social media really does show a peek at your character, who you are as a person. Even if you saying like it's just a 10-second clip of whatever, but the things that you share on there, it really does, or the things that you do or show on social media, it shows a little bit about you. At least for me, I feel that way, because I just be myself on there. But I don't show much on there because I am like a private person, and I don't want people like seeing me. I just be like, I just jump in and jump out. Like, I don't want to be seen that much, but just a little bit, you know. So especially Facebook. Facebook is where people go in. Facebook is where people like, this is who you really are. This is who you are. Even if they say that they just be doing this for Facebook, this is who you are. When I think of social media and the vibes and stuff, I'm an old school type of girl. Like, old school everything. I love old school music. Oh, I'm just so in love with old school music. I love old school, the way they dress. I love like how the women were, like everything was like natural. The face, even if they were makeup, I want to learn how to do makeup like that. You couldn't even really tell that they had on makeup. If they had on makeup, it was just so beautiful. I'm just saying, like, I'm real old school, so when I think about social media, I just be like, man, I just wish things could go back to normal, or back to how they used to be, or I just be looking for that vibe. And I realized that I am that vibe. Like, I'm trying to go find that vibe, but the vibe is in me. I love old school everything. So I just go indulge myself in old school. That's like beside the topic, but I'm just saying, if we take away social media at least 1 week out of the month, it will force us to be how it was in the early 2000s and the late 90s. And I think social media makes it easier to cheat too, because it's just accessible. You just have access to anybody's DM or anybody's inbox, so a lot of people be feeling like that dude or that girl, because all these people is in the inbox. Social media as opposed to love, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like sometimes I feel like I don't belong, because when I see the stuff on social media that people think are funny, like, it can be funny, but it still hurt my feelings. Like, when I see stuff like how they talk about love and stuff, or like how like girls think, or how boys think, or how it's always men against women on there. Always men against women on Facebook, sometimes on Instagram, and sometimes on TikTok. I just feel like we really need each other, so I don't understand why is there war going on between men and women, because men need us and we need men. Bottom line, it just be making me sad sometimes, to the point where I do stay off there, and I have to regulate my emotions again, because it's like, okay, I done consumed too much when I should be creating. I see social media overall, I see it as like, it's a great tool to get to where you want to be in life. And I see it as, it can be poisonous if you don't know how to use it, or how to use it in moderation. If you are weak-minded, if you let a trend take over you, or if you let social media think for you, then yeah, it can be not so good. But let me know y'all thoughts on social media. This was just kind of like a ramble video. Let me know what other content y'all want to see from me, and go check out my Instagram and my TikTok for more content if you like my content here, and those links are in my description box. And until next time, bye.